through his ritual money, after gaining their hearts, they now went and bought 50 acres of land. What next? To flood the terrorists. Before you know, Ghana will start experiencing what Nigeria is experiencing today. Before you know, Ghanaians cannot walk in the night anymore. One sister said this thing just now. An Igbo guy go to Ghana, start videoing, making videos, claiming he is a content creator, start telling them that, oh, Ghana can walk in the night, oh, Ghana can, white people can walk in Ghana freely. Oh. He's trying to attract terrorists to Ghana. Before you know, the whole Igbo will flood Ghana and start doing all sorts of nonsense. They say they are Biafras, but when you catch them, that we are Nigerians, sir.
Very soon, ndị Igbo na-akara ya aka ndị Ghana n'ọnụọgụ. Very soon, if I cover n'ọnụọgụ, akara aka anyị nọ na Ghana street ndị Igbo, like a na-asịla onwe for Igbo, like this. Igbo na-akọ nkakwa.
What you just heard is exactly what I have been trying to tell Ghanaians. In case you never heard what he said, I would interpret because I'm an Igbo man. He said that very soon in Ghana, the Igbos in Ghana would outnumber Ghanaians because everywhere you go to, you can speak Igbo fluently and see someone that speaks Igbo with you. Now, the last thing he said is something that should frighten Ghanaians. He said, Igbos are conquering. Igbos are conquering. Now, the last statement gives you their true intent. It gives you their reason for coming to Ghana. You know that in Nigeria right now, Igbos are being subdued, right? Igbos are being subdued by the Northerners, the Fulanis, the Hausas, and the Yorubas. And there is a good reason for that. So the Igbos now are seeking out for other places where they can go and begin to subdue. Do you understand? That is not just the reason for such. It's not because they are being victimized by the Fulanis, by the Hausas, or by the Yorubas, or by the Northerners or the Westerners. But because the Northerners and the Westerners actually got to experience the lifestyle of an Igbo man. So they were on guard. And that is why you see every time, for a good reason, Northerners and the Westerners hate the Igbos, who are the Easterners.
We can't have a foreign kingdom in our kingdom. We can't do that. You cannot bring an Igbo kingdom into Ghana. When you go to Nigeria, we don't have Ashanti kingdom in Nigeria. When you go to Rome, you do what Romans they do. You don't do as you please. You don't impose kingdoms on the people. You don't install sub-chiefs. You don't create kingdoms and villages and create streets and name it after notable Nigerians and Igbos. You don't even harbor that idea. Just take care of your people and bound.
Why would you want to create a kingdom in somebody else's country? If you want to create a kingdom, why don't you go back to your country and go and create your own kingdom?
It is so far and draw me bro story and a Igbo king as just say Oba beji Ghana, Oba beji Yekrum Aboso na ono de Oba beti ni community or Ghana na wo di Ghana for so yes I am penny for ni bi ensa ehihya ase me the story ni bro sem krofo a omonsa ewo mu bi what you say na ende ensamo a aba abusua aba beka yensa Nigeria ni bi a oye Igbo man abusua Oba be di nkomo aka ensem akire dienti ankrofo yi epese omoba Ghana ene dienti a omoba beye e wo Ghana sesi ano omo fro omo ho Igbo king omo ye king e wo Ghana na Ghana na etie no apart from otumfo ene others no ye wo king biem e wo ho abusua na ye nua be ma no Oba be kan ensem wonye Ghana ni oye Nigeria ni na ensem a wapia agu woni de ese wani ha ejich kwa bi media so me se oba so ani de mu na wa subscribe to your channel no send update bia nso etomu a also obenya bi atie na wa share videos no ato other platforms so ede amai enje wuso ye ba eye Nigerians for ya o ma be gu Ghana na sebe nsem a mo ye organ ene niema a mo ye organ asesi ano o mo mpanifo aba betna Ghana o mo from ho king e wo Ghana asesi ano aba betia tese e wo ye media isu a Ghana for ye complain no Nigeria ni bi aba bebo ye mu aka nsem niema on person ba be ye Ghana any overstay ya on ba be ye e Ghana no yes abusia aba be ka yensa na yenko Biscuit media na yenko tie de oka efa ho ensam e ba ye no Biscuit ene de ba ye yenko tie e this side emra
on his mind is the establishment of the first Igbo town in Ghana and of course the first in the world.
If you look around the world, apart from in Virginia, they have Igbo village in Virginia. They created it by putting the antiques, the antiquities of Ndibo there. You can come there, kind of archive of Ndibo. But I'm creating Igbo village, which has never happened in the history of the world among the Igbos in the world. As I'm talking to you, I've acquired 50 acres of land, that is 250 plus of land along the Flower Road, that is at Old Ningo area. Along that road, it's right on the road. I acquired 250 plus of land. My reason of acquiring this land is to build Igbo village in Ghana. I call it Amandi Igbo in Ghana. We'll build a village where we're gonna build the palace of Igbo there, a huge palace. We'll build Igbo town hall there with about 2,000 capacity chairs and 100 rooms guest house. The essence of this guest house is most of the times our governors and our Igbo great leaders do come to Ghana. They always go with their entourage. If they come to Ghana, their entourage will see where they will lodge for free of charge, maybe for a day or two. Most of their visits, it doesn't take more than 48 hours or 24 hours. They stay there free of charge, and they know that, yes, this is what they have benefited from the Igbos living in Ghana. Again, our people that have accommodation problem and all that will come get there at least for 2 or 3 days before they can get a out of the country, or those that come into the country in one way or the other will have accommodation of 100 rooms guest house. We will also, in the palace of the Igbo, we also have apartment there for special guests like governors and ministers, and in future I know that we the Igbos will provide president in Nigeria, and I know that the president that will rule Nigeria at time to come must be an Igbo man, and one day by the special grace of God he also going to be part of those that are going to lodge at the guest house there in Igbo village. In that Igbo village, my good brother, what I want to do there is we'll create streets there. We'll create streets that will represent the names of the ancient Igbos. We'll create the streets that will bear the name of Sambakwe Street, that's the ex-governor of Imo State. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the first president of Nigeria. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Nzogo. We'll create a street that will bear, of course, the name of my father also, Nzemalodi Henetu, and all the great Igbo leaders that they have gone, and those are present, will create streets in their name that will represent them in Igbo village in Ghana. And this Igbo village in Ghana, every Igbo man all over the world have right to come there and buy property. Either you want a plot of land or 2 plots of land to build your dream house. We're also going to build tall buildings of maybe 6th floor or 7th floor. We'll sell them flat by flat, and we will have a single entrance in this Igbo village. When you come in there, you know you're coming into Igbo village in Ghana. From there, Igbos will expand. We will build market there. Igbo market will represent there. Igbo school will be built there. We will create transport section there also. We will create what we call Ezigbo garden. In Igbo language, you call it Mbala Ezigbo. Ezigbo garden meaning where we create about 4 plots of land. We use 4 plots of land for that, for Ezigbo garden, where we're gonna plant yam, plant all the trees, all the leaves you can get in Igbo land. Okwa, ube, akubeke, mtoroba, oha, we're gonna also plant yam there. We'll plant ube there. We'll plant all these things so that at the time of New Year Festival of Ezigbo, we'll go to the Mbala there. We'll go to the garden there to get our New Year Festival. Being there, you will see that yes, that's the Igbo tradition is really represented.
Igbo for yankophobia oko Nigeria krana. Nigeria other tribes in omumpo money mashe. Obi ampe Igbo for asem oko Nigeria. Most of Nigerians no omuchiri Igbo for, because Igbo for bedroom bedrubiano yete wa monka. Se Igbo for mako 5 ebe tena wasa so a. At the end of the day no more do be 30. Omo tena cha na afi omo ne wo temamufo no e ba be pre no ma ho. Go to Nigeria, memo videos bi e de a kirew na wahu eye Igbo fo omo su ene omo ban. Ebusuya eni kwan se ye de saade we eye politics. Eye very dangerous. Ene entokwa a ekokoko amaman so ne ade eye nkofo bi omo tukotenafo omo koka wo no anenne eye omo se omo nananom betena asase no so chee ɛno nti ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo nso press asase ne ɔmo de ya ana adane ntɔkwa o ewiase ntɔkwa ntwa mu ɛyɛ wɔ sɛ Ghana biribi ntumi nsi wɔ hɔ a wei ɛyɛ national security issue a national security issue a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛtumi dealing very well na yɛnya nsɛntwerɛfoɔ bi ɔmo de ɔmo afu nam obi de sɛ ɛyɛ Captain Smart nsɛntwerɛfoɔ bi de sɛ Captain Smart a ɔmo de ɔmo afu nam ɔmo akɔ ama yɛsi ɔmo hene ɛwɔ yɛ Igbo kingdom no Captain Smart ɛsɔre a wɔsɔ ɔdɔ Ghana ɔde n'afuru nanam baabi a sika wɔ bia Captain Smart wɔ hɔ Captain Smart anka wutumi ɛwɔ sɛ wɔkasa protect yɛ mma daakye wɔsɔre a wɔsɛ Ghana da wakoma so wakɔnkɔɔfoɔ wei hɔ sɛ yɛnsi wo hene na sɛbi sɛ ɔmo di nsɛmfunu bi wɔ Ghana yɛbɛtumi aka ɔmo nsi kingdom mpo wɔ Ghana mpo hwɛ nneɛma ɛkokɔɔkɔ so ɛwɔ Ghana hwɛ nneɛma ɛsisi ɛwɔ Ghana na nkɔɔfoɔ wei ɛba abɛgye twi because ɔmo adwene yɛ ɔmo sɛ Ghana ɛyɛ asomdwie man so ɔne na ɛsiɛ sɛ wɔ sika ɔne na ɛsiɛ sɛ ɔbɛsɛ wɔ si schools ɔbɛsɛ wɔ si ɛyɛ hospitals ɔbɛsɛ wɔ si kingdom a adeɛ ntina wɔn nkɔ no kurom Ghana fo mpanifo mo busa mo saa adeɛ no adeɛ ntina wɔn nkɔ no kurom ɛnkɔyɛ saa adeɛ no wɔ no kurom na Ghana no ɔba bɛyɛ wɔ hɔ because ɔmo tete ɔmo aba bɛtena Ghana ɔmo bloggers bi ba Ghana oh Ghana ɛyɛ very peaceful Ghana yɛ asomdwie man ɔmo de saa noma na dɛfɛ yama enne Nigeria fo tu free ɔmo kurom aba betena Ghana na sɛbi sɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔmo kurom a yɛnso yɛnyɛ nhwɛ han sɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔmo kurom a yɛnyɛ nhwɛ han ma ɔmo nso betena ha na ɔmo sɛ Ghana mpanyinfoɔ sɛ nkɔɔfoɔ bi atumi asɛ ɔmo kurom na ɛnɛ ɔmo ntumi nkɔ ɔmo kurom ɔmo ntumi ntena ɔmo kurom a yɛnso yɛnyɛ nhwɛ han ma ɔmo nso bɛgye Ghana mbɔ so no omo meje Ghana mboso baabi a Nigeria fo be ko bi omo se kuru no ko South Africa ko Kenya everywhere baabi o mesi so bia no omo se kuru no adentina Ghana fo complaining eye Liberia fo betena Ghana for many years ebra entokwasi omo kurom omo kokora na Ghana fo bi nkura ye omo ya because Liberia fo betena Ghana no omo ne betena asundue kwan so but then kokaswa baby a Liberia for ne buy on betray Nigeria for kakra bi a omo ba kaswa ene ama kaswa is one of the dangerous places in Ghana enye Liberians no ene be yes ade no Nigerians na omo ba betra kaswa no omnene ama kaswa agidin bone se Nigeria for mienu e betra wasase so a ebusua unya na ho broda intenne obi a oye criminal a yehwehwe no achi no Nigeria onya fa ne passport no odwane sei pa no aba betra Ghana oba so a saa krono no saa noma enam so ma ne ye wanted no oba be ye bi wa ha intenne enye mwanwa se enne Ghana awia ketekete kura na ne ye kidnap nipa awia ketekete kura na ebusua ye de enkofo di tu e kokro no bo ana ye mankofo we hu kwan ye tonton saase de ma omo ama okwabrane aba betena Ghana ana ode na adwene ne nam ana ode to mpanifo ni trim ana obeye we ama Ghana ana obeboa Ghana se wo mo papa bi e de boa nipa onfa nko no krom Nigeria adenti na wonfa nko no krom Nigeria na onkoye saa de no ho na Ghana nko ana ono se wo ba beboa ye
to his ritual money. After gaining their hearts, they now went and bought 50 acres of land. What next? To flood the terrorists. Before you know, Ghana will start experiencing what Nigeria is experiencing today. Before you know, Ghanaians cannot walk in the night anymore. One sister said this thing just now. An Igbo guy go to Ghana, start videoing, making videos, claiming he is a content creator, start telling them that, oh, Ghana can walk in the night, oh, Ghana can, white people can walk in Ghana freely, oh. This trying to attract terrorists to Ghana. Before you know, the whole Igbo will flood Ghana and start doing all sorts of nonsense. They say they are Biafras, but when you catch them, that we are Nigerians, sir. You understand? You see how they are. Let me tell you how the Igbos operate so that you will know. An Igbo man will come to this platform right now or walk up to you face to face and tell you, Oh, we are not aware that this man is claiming to be king in Ghana. Oh, we are not. He is a liar. The Igbos, they have groups where they discuss everything they do. Do you know this thing that is going on in Ghana? Majority of the politicians in Nigeria are funding it. They are aware of it. You see the reason why we don't want to vote for any
sorry to say, you believe that former governor of Imo State came to visit this man, Okosha?
Okay, good. You see him?
Former governor of a state came to visit this man in Ghana. What is their motive?
Hold on, Josh. See, Ghanaians, there is no Igbo, big or small, that is different. They are all acting like, ships. Ships, when you are leading ships, they go to one direction. Mm-hmm. That's how the Igbos are. Both big and small. Both the ones abroad, they are sponsoring. If, there's one of my friends called Ikwere, I would like to bring him to this platform. You try to put him on big screen. He will show you a lot of things. Do you know that the Igbos went to import guns to bring to Nigeria to empower their terrorist group? You see the reason why they don't like Buhari, because Buhari dealt with them badly. He dealt with them, the terrorist group. They are in Igbo land. There are some communities in Igbo land that you cannot go to. They have unalived so many people in that community. That's why you see them running to Ghana. This thing Ghanaians are doing is paining me. It's making me angry. That's why you see South Africa. I love South Africa people so much. Ghanaians are coming online to talk about this thing for what? If it's South Africa people, they will take action straight. You understand? Why come online to discuss what we do? Take action straight. Why should you allow such things to happen in your country? For what reason? Somebody who is not indigenous of your country, you are not from a royal family in Nigeria. Your father is not a king. You don't have a royal blood. You just went to a country, a peaceful country in Africa, to buy. If you see this, if you should investigate deep now, you see that majority of this money that came for this land were donated by the big men, the Igbo elites. They made this donation so that they will expand their terrorist group into Ghana. They can't try this in Benin Republic. They can't try it in Togo because those French people, they don't take shit. They deal with them squarely. It's because Ghanaians are peaceful people, and the president of Ghana and president of Nigeria, they are like siblings. They just laugh and joke over things. This is a serious matter that you don't need to wait for government. Let the people of Ghana start protesting now. They must stop this nonsense. Otherwise, your country in years to come, you start experiencing what we are experiencing in Nigeria. These people are terrorists.
I see that happening. Yeah, you're right.
Abusunya minim se wate de ekoso ni na da bia ye ka se ye mpanifo no like omo ndwene ye ho se mpanifo yi adwene ye ho a anka obi ebetumi afini krom ose me beti me community ewo wo krom asan so asimi ho safohene a chese me ye ken asem we wate bi da Ghana nko na obetumi ahu se ade we ekoso a mpanifo Sam George ene nkrofo interior minister Mutaka mote ho na mo hwe ema ade we ekoso se asantifo esole se onwo kasa and asantifo ye say asantifo pe kasa but onwo kasa with their right ontumi ya ade we wa asantimam mani nye yeda entumi so sidi e wa asantimam enti da bia asantifo be koso ya asantifo be koso ya asantifo what you say e na ye me ya say okoka you say oh yeah tribalism but entesa let's speak the truth yen kan okre no President John Dramani Mahama maho a lot of videos security amanfo omo President Mahama ono omo edi nkomo yet Ghana we na ekoso in the next 5 years Ghana be yet say ayi inwura mu tiema mu na obi firi ne kuromu wo ba betin community ewo ni kuromu wasanso wo ni chief omo hye na ase a wachiche omumu omugu Ghana ye 16 region omu wo ebi ewo ba bia abraye mpanifo mote wo na magisika omu nkasa because of say nipa na mausika ama wa ye campaigning enti untumi nkasa obetumi akọ Arab countries omu respect omu kings obetumi akọ ye we elho asole krampo no o ye kra na wusulo but ya fa bibia fala because Ghana a peaceful country. Ghana a peaceful country until be to me the ope. This is the time I was a youth no. Yeah sorry. Na ye kire say ye Ghana ye culture no ye respect your culture obi ntumi mfi baby emesole nka se me ye king keke. How dare you? By oko kasa obi be ka say na guy we ombua de na we ombua de but de momo ye no eno nti na chese ye be kasa Sam George na nsenya wa so de leta bi ba se wo a wo be kasa tie pan bi o media is no be kwa face lo enam nipa boni nsem o mo pese o mo di e wo Ghana o mo pese obi be kasa enti o mo de download ne ba obi a entumi nkasa because me ameti ya saying ye frame me ni hwe enti o mo de daniel manema we e ba obi a entumi nkasa abusunya ya to aba nu ye ho ankasa ya to aba anu ye ho metimi mamu me ba be daniel akoa metimi mamu me ba be daniel akoa ha na ya ensam na ekoso no enda meti adwuma na makoma sei pa me hu videos ni kura me ba ekura on say YouTube me share that post video behind there guys me share that post video because eya me ya say Ghana di we ekoso what you say o kasa bebla enye abusuya so on subscribe to your YouTube channel now abusuya na wa subscribe to channel no update ni de di gumu what you say enye MPP ni NDC na ye kan okre bi ekoso Ghana na ye kan your platform ya ba say ba be kan okre what you say enti so on subscribe to your YouTube channel subscribe my what you say o TikTok and o subscribe to YouTube channel na my say na e betumi abo adwuma what you say enti abusuya ma me fa mu ensi ya say ye di update bi mbesa den esan so di aba because Ghana no eya aginsem ye mpanifo no omo nka no kro omo fu ene de ombedi ena omo hwehwe enye ye timanfo no omo ndwere ye ho what you say ana me de obesi subscribe mame na share videos no enko emame